So first of all, I think it's really important to note that obviously making a change can be quite difficult. And for any of us who've ever tried to change a habit before, whether that's giving up smoking, cutting back on alcohol, doing more exercise, whatever that change is, I think it's fair to say that can be quite challenging, right? If we've had to give up something and we've had to make a new habit, that can be quite difficult. So here we have the structure of change. Yeah, these are the steps that we go through, regardless of what that change is, that every single one of us will go through if we are seeing change. So first of all, then we have that current performance level. Yeah, so right now, whatever what we're thinking about changing is, we have the current level of what's already going on in our business. When we decide that actually we're going to make that change, the first things happen is that we disrupt that status quo. So we start to have people thinking about those things like, well, you know, why are we making those changes? What's wrong with what we're already doing? Yeah, I think our clients really like the way that we do that. So why do we need to change that? And that's a natural reaction that people will always face. You know, what's in it for me? What does that mean to me and my role if we make that change? The next thing that happens then is we see one of two things. First of all, we see that exploration. Most people will start to explore, you know, what this change might mean to them, how that's going to affect them, how that's going to affect the business. They'll start seeking out some of those answers around the change and what it will mean to the business. Now, at this point, we have two possibilities. Yeah, if we don't manage that change effectively, if we don't give people the answers that they're looking for and a real clear structure to follow, what happens is we can be met with resistance. So we start getting those people saying, oh, don't want to do this, the brakes go on, no, this is going to mean more work for me, this is going to mean, you know, our customers are not as happy as they once were. This is going to mean that it's more time working on this project than I had to put in before. So if we don't give them the right answers and if we don't give them the right structure, what can very quickly happen is we're met with resistance. And I think we all know what resistance follows on to, and that's that negative response. Yeah. Again, you know, any show of hands for anybody who's either been in a team or managed a team where they've tried to elicit some sort of change and they've been met with negative response from one or two of their team, that's very quickly followed by a widespread resistance and lots of negativity around those changes. Anybody again happy to raise their hand there? Yeah, certainly seen that myself. You know, you can see that negativity can spread quite quickly. So what we need to do is we need to add some real rigor and some real structure around this change management process to ensure that after that period of exploration, what we see is that positive response. Yeah, we want people to react positively to that change. And then what we should see off the back of that is people performing more like the ideal. So the reason that we wanted the change and the new set of, you know, expectations that we have, if we manage that change effectively, we not only see positive change, but we can see some real powerful change and people performing more like the ideal.